truth is, you have to stop caring. You have to stop caring about how others feel, their perception of you. What are they gonna think?
Drive west on 3rd Avenue South. Then, in 600 feet, turn right onto 8th Street South.
That is the only way that you are going to begin to open yourself up, is when you begin to stop caring about others and their views and their perception and how they feel. So at the end of the day, no matter who you choose to be or what you choose to be, somebody is always going to have something to say. And at this point, just be and do whatever makes your heart soar. All right? And I don't mean like soar, I mean soar like raised, you know what I'm saying? Like wings soar the sky. Because this is what this life is all about. It's finding your joy, it's finding your peace, it's finding what makes you happy and what makes you not completely get rid of all of your bullshit, because that's never gonna happen, but to be able to have a more ease through whatever it is that you're experiencing, and not always having to feel like you have to be in a space of walking on eggshells, because you never know what somebody's going to think or say about what you have going on and what you want to do. A lot of us don't get into the parts of us that really make us happy and live in the now moment, because we're too concerned about what other people think and how they're going to feel about what you are deciding to do with your own freaking life. Why does that matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it matter? It's just crazy sometimes, like even for me, when I think about all of the things that I could have, woulda, shoulda, that I could have done for my life, because in the past I was always concerned about what everybody else was going to think and what they were going to say. You know what I mean? And when you expose yourself and you put yourself out there, there's going to be billions of people that are going to have an opinion. What makes you think that all those billion of opinions even matter? It doesn't. It's somebody's perspective of the situation. You could literally have 2 trees, or you could have 1 tree and have 2 people staring at it, and one people will just look at it and be like, what the fuck am I looking at? And then the other person, which is usually like myself, I'm gonna be like, well, what was the seed that allowed this plant to grow or this tree to grow? You know, let's look at the patterns of the leaves and the patterns of the branches and what's within it. You know what I'm saying? Let's hug this tree and just feel its energy. Let's talk to this tree. So you're always going to have somebody who is not going to, not even just somebody, you're going to have a lot of people who are not going to appreciate all that you are and what you have to bring and what you have to offer. Because at the end of the day, your energy and you living in your authentic self and living your truth and living what comes from here, your heart, can you see me from here where your heart is? Which is an energetic field that expands beyond what you can see. They are not meant for your journey. The more that we begin to get into a space of living from, am I yelling? Living from our hearts, because I'm just so passionate about this shit. We got to start taking accountability of how we allow people to enter our lives and what we allow, because that's really all it is. People have a right to be who they want to be and what they want to be. Our only job and our only purpose is to not allow the things into our life that do not feed us what we need for our future selves and our journeys. So yeah, you can have a bunch of people who are just going to always, I gotta go do this dash, who are always going to have some shit to say. You know what I'm saying? But where is your truth in it all? You know? And when are we going to finally get into the aspect of appreciating all that we are, all of our humanisms, you know, of being here? This life is vast. There's so much to experience in this life, you know, and for myself, I had to make the move to release a lot of the things which were only responsibilities, such as my cars and my houses and a marriage and this and that. I had to let all that shit go because it was not what I wanted. It's what I thought I wanted in that moment in time. And I had a choice to decide whether I wanted to stay in it or actually follow what my heart and my intuition is telling me and to move forward. right now in this present moment, I'm in a space where I have to continuously observe where I'm putting myself and my energy field in order to be able to get to another version of myself that I have yet to experience. There is no just one way of doing things. There is just not one way of seeing things. There is thousands of ways, and you have your own way, which is why the Creator created you in your own form and your own fashion. Nobody in this life, not even me, as you're watching this video, can tell you how to move and how to live your life. You have to follow your intuition. Part of our problem and why we haven't been able to get to that space is because we've been allowing everybody and their mamas to try to tell us how to live and how we should feel and how we should be. And then that's when the anxiety and the chaos and the depression and all of that come in, because your internal self is telling you, bitch, I'm tired of wearing this mask. This mask is not your mask. This is somebody else's mask, and I don't want to wear it anymore. So I'm going to have to make you very uncomfortable to really find yourself again, to start stripping yourself away from all of this bullshit. You deserve more than this. This is not you. So yeah, you know, I don't know, while I've just been driving, I've just have all of these visions, and I'm talking to myself and how I'm feeling about things, and I just want to share, you know, a lot of this, because I know I'm not the only one going through these things. You know, it takes a brave soul and a brave heart to move in a way that is unfamiliar, and to move in a way of the unknown, and to move into spaces that, you know, just don't serve you anymore. Is it going to create a little discomfort? Of course, because you're not used to this. You know, you're not used to this newness. You're not used to doing something that your programmed self hasn't experienced, you know. And when you do that, it's going to be uncomfortable, but that too shall pass. It's only a season. You know, repetition is the mother of learning. The more that you begin to tell a new story, the more that you begin to put yourself in new spaces, the more that you begin to, you know, acknowledge how you feel and all of that.
300 feet, turn left.
Sorry, I'm on a roundabout. You know, things begin to shift. So yeah, man, just as a reminder, just stop focusing on, lady, hush your mouth. Stop focusing, I beg of you. Stop allowing people in your life to, you know, dictate, you know, be the dictatorship of where you need to be and how you need to move and what you need to look like and how you need to sound. And, you know, you doing this is not, you know, what you should be doing. Like, nobody knows that but you. Nobody knows that. I don't care how logical they may sound. I don't care how educated they may sound. I don't care what type of degree that they have. That does not supersede your own intuition and your own journey and your own state of being. Right? Right. So yeah, I just wanted to share this little jewel. I'm just going to start sharing these things and just posting. Just post and post and post. Because somebody's going to need it. Shit, I need it. You know what I mean? I need it. I need to remind myself every single day, you know, you're great. You deserve greatness. And, you know, allowing that, even your own syndrome of me not being worthy enough of, you know, what I want to do in my life, like all of that, you know, let that identity go. Just let that identity go. Whatever is not serving what it is that you want, that you see yourself as, just let that shit go. You know, that imposter syndrome situation is no joke. And I think oftentimes we don't realize that we're doing an imposter syndrome, but usually the one that keeps denying your happiness, even yourself denying your happiness, that's your imposter syndrome. That keeps telling you, you can't do this. I'm afraid to do this. Should I do this? That's your imposter syndrome. You know? Tell that bitch to be quiet and sit down somewhere. And as a matter of fact, don't even sit down. Just go somewhere else and go do something else. You know? I missed my turn because I'm just so being here, passionate about what I have to say for y'all. But yeah, that's yeah. Stop caring, man. Care about yourself. You know, care about your journey and love yourself. Know that you're worthy enough and that you deserve all of the fruits that are here for us in this lifetime.